Okay, guys, so check this out. John Bolton. He is coming out with a new book now about his time in the White House, and he's going to divulge all these secrets about Trump, and because they had a fallout, you could call it. They had a falling out. He was the national security advisor before, and John Bolton, he was in so many previous administrations, complete total war hawk, a warmonger. I mean, he's never met a war that he didn't like. Never. John Bolton, you should see his face when you open up a dictionary and look up the word war. Just one of the worst neocons possible, just blatantly, openly on the news, even just saying like, yeah, we're there for the gold, the oil, whatever it is, whatever country we're dealing with. We're there for the resources. America's the best. Let's shit on you. Send the drones. That's John Bolton. Really, I mean, one of just the worst. And then Trump puts him in his administration, and they have a falling out, and now he's writing a book about Trump. Okay, now check this out. Are you ready? So John Bolton says that Trump asked Chinese president for help winning the 2020 election. So here in the book, there are some things that came out, and he's alleging that Trump is a traitor, et cetera, et cetera. So let's take a look at this, okay? So former National Security Advisor John Bolton said in his upcoming book that President Donald Trump asked President Chinese Xi Jinping to help him win the 2020 presidential election. An excerpt from Bolton's memoir about his time serving in the Trump administration, published in the Wall Street Journal on Wednesday, said Trump brought up China's economic capability, okay, pleading with Xi to ensure he would win in the upcoming election during a meeting. So what did he say? He stressed, so quote, he stressed the importance of farmers and increased Chinese purchases of soybeans and wheat in the electoral outcome. Bolton wrote, quote, I would print Trump's exact words, but the government pre-publication review process has decided otherwise, right? So do you understand what happened? He told the Chinese president, he told him, listen, man, I need you to purchase more of our soybeans to please the farmers so I can increase my chances for re-election, right? That's it. That's what he did. Joel Bolton's putting that in his book. That's one thing. Of course, there's no way you could really prove 100% that Trump said that. I think he said it, though. I wouldn't put it past him at all. Trump, let me explain something to you. Trump is me. He wants to win. He has no ideology. As long as that's going to benefit him, like as long as he can please the Chinese, get them to buy soybeans, get them to help him win re-election, he'll do whatever. He'll okay whatever. He's not going to sanction them. He's not going to disagree with them. He's not going to do anything because all that matters is winning. This is the issue. Now, on top of that, the White House, they're not very pleased, right, with this stuff coming out. So what they're doing now, this is from The Hill. Department of Justice seeks temporary restraining order blocking Bolton book release. The Department of Justice, the DOJ, is asking a judge to temporarily block the release of former National Security Advisor John Bolton's upcoming memoir, arguing that it contains classified information. Yeah, of course. Of course they're going to say that. Of course. I mean, yes, you could argue that it contains classified information. Sure. Some of these conversations, they're written down. They're kept secret for who knows how many years, decades. But that's not the reason that they give a shit. They don't give a shit about classified information. It's just it makes Trump look bad. And the thing with Bolton is that, I wouldn't put it past him to lie about Trump just to make him look bad because, he's like, oh, you fired me? You think you're going to get rid of me? Okay, I'm going to tell on you and I'm going to lie on top of it. Sure. I don't know. I mean, with a person like John Bolton, you can't really tell what's true and what isn't. But that's not the point here. That's not the point. Another thing is really, really hilarious. Look at this. Also from The Hill. Okay. Bolton alleges Trump said it would be cool to invade Venezuela. Really? So President Trump said it would be quote unquote cool to invade Venezuela and that the South American country was really part of the United States. What? Bolton describes the exchange in his new book. So it's called In the Room Where It Happened, a White House memoir. It's a shitty name. Just saying. That's just my opinion. So, I mean, to me, can I just be honest? I think this is hilarious that John Bolton is trying to paint Trump as more of a war hawk than he is. Like, what? You are the fucking definition of a warmonger. You are the worst. You're John Bolton. And then he's saying like, well, yeah, man, dude, Trump, he said it would be cool to invade Venezuela. Oh my God, you should be outraged that he's such a war hawk. What? Look who's talking. I mean, to me, this is just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, really. I feel like he's just scraping every little bit of crap that he can to throw at Trump, even though he's a complete hypocrite. He's the worst of the worst. Do you know what John Bolton said about Venezuela, man? Let me show you what he said about Venezuela. Okay, I think this was on Fox News. I don't know what show it was on Fox, but let me show you. Because John Bolton... Yeah, here we go. Was it this one? He was sitting at some table. I remember that. Morning show. Because I don't want to listen to his goddamn... I think this was it.
Venezuela is one of the three countries I call the troika of tyranny. It'll make a big difference to the United States economically if we could have American oil companies really invest in and produce the oil capabilities in Venezuela. Venezuela is one of the three countries I call the troika.
Just blatantly, yeah, it would be good if we could have American oil companies, working on the oil there. What? Because as you know, Venezuela is sitting on top of the largest oil reserve on the planet. Oh, yes. You thought the United States are encircling Venezuela with their navy and putting troops on the Colombian border because they care about democracy? No, my friend. There is oil. Oh, and lots of it. Lots of it. Oh, it would be a very valuable asset. Yes, indeed. Do you see the issue here? Do you see the issue? And he's just blatantly saying, this is while he was serving, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is while he was serving as national security advisor. So he's in the administration just saying, yeah, it will be very good for our oil companies, of course. It's economically viable, profitable for us to be there. They have no shame. They just don't care. And then he says, and now he's saying that in his book that, oh, Trump said it would be cool to Venezuela. Oh my God, he's such a war hawk. What? I just find this hypocrisy so hilarious. If you, this is John Bolton speaking. He's the worst of the worst when it comes to these war hawks, these neocons. God, he's been in every administration. He's like a fucking skeleton. He's a relic. He's a relic of a neocon. And now it's just hilarious. The hypocrisy is really something.